Experts are tracing untreated PTSD winding its way through violent neighborhoods like this one in Los Angeles or neighborhoods in Detroit, Michigan, New Orleans, Louisiana, and Newark, New Jersey. They are places struggling with poverty, unemployment, and the impact of the war on drugs. The lives of innocent residents is permeated with fear as violence unfolds at their doorstep. Look at it this way. During an 8-year war in Iraq, around 3,500 American troops were killed. In that same period on American soil, more than 3,000 people were killed on the streets of Philadelphia. FBI data indicates that between 2002 and 2012, Chicago lost more than 5,000 people to homicide. Now add to the homicide numbers the assault cases accompanying them. Veterans treated for PTSD have faced the threat of an enemy that Americans in violent neighborhoods have never seen. They actually live with the enemy. Cook County Hospital in Chicago treats 2,000 patients a year for gunshot wounds, stabbings, and other violent injuries. And according to one report, after it began screening for PTSD among patients, it found an astonishing 43% to be suffering the symptoms. That was an unexpectedly high number. Trauma surgeons had proposed a budget for treatment, $200,000 a year to screen patients and get them treatment. The idea was turned down for a lack of institutional funding. The National Center for PTSD says that women display signs of anxiety and depression, avoidance of places bringing trauma to mind. In children, it can be misdiagnosed as attention deficit hyperactivity disorder and can include a compulsive repetition of some part of the trauma they experienced while playing games or drawing. Men with PTSD are likely to have trouble controlling anger and attempt to suppress the trauma through the use of drugs or alcohol. Some hospitals have begun instituting a sort of bootstrapped care group of workers consisting of a chaplain and a counselor to work with victims of violent crime while in the hospital. But even this doesn't touch the numerous people from their neighborhoods walking around with mental health wounds just by living in and trying to avoid the violence. Now, as experts continue to research the mental effects of violence in these neighborhoods, calls for more mental health programs could become louder. But there is skepticism that even in the face of more evidence, the foreign conflicts which kill thousands of Americans overseas would ever get equal government attention as domestic conflict killing thousands of Americans here at home. In South Central Los Angeles, Lindsay France, RT.